Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and now that Black Panther is in theaters, close followers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe were left with a big mystery. Where the hell is the final Infinity Stone? That's right, even a movie as thrilling as Black Panther can't be satisfying enough for us. We need answers. Plum John McClane is coming, people. He wants those precious little gems. And after the previous 5 Infinity Stones were established throughout the other MCU movies to this point, we just assumed that Black Panther would probably reveal the location of the final Infinity Stone, the Soul Stone. Nope. No, it just turned out to be its own great movie, with little care for connecting things to the broader MCU, other than a post-credits scene revealing Bucky was in Wakanda, even though, we already knew he was in Wakanda. So let's speculate on where this final Infinity Stone could be, or what it could be. This upcoming Infinity War event is based on the Infinity Gauntlet story arc in the comics. In that series, the Mad Titan Thanos aims to assemble each of the 6 Infinity Gems in his Infinity Gauntlet to basically become Infinity Master of the known Infinity Universe. In the movies, these have been called the Infinity Stones: the Space Stone, the Mind Stone, the Reality Stone, the Power Stone, and the Time Stone, and the Soul Stone. For a detailed breakdown on what these first 5 can do and where they currently are, go check out Sam Basher's Infinity Stones video on this channel. It's super informative and oh so charming. Now, it's not clear on what these Soul Stones' powers will be in the movies, but in the comics, the possessor of the Soul Gem can control all these souls in the universe and even connect with the souls of the deceased. So where is this sucker? We have 4 theories, and since we're nerds, let's start with the comics. Spoiler warning for the Infinity Gauntlet comic series, even though I don't think the movies will go exactly in this direction. One of the key heroes to lead to Thanos' defeat is a character named Adam Warlock. He is a genetically perfect super being, also known as him, a deity figure who ends up getting control of the gauntlet from Thanos and nobly agreeing to divide the gems among worthy possessors. Lame. Adam Warlock is known for having the Soul Stone embedded in his forehead, a lot like Vision in the movies, who has the Mind Stone in his forehead. Many fans assumed Marvel Studios was adapting that detail from Adam Warlock into Vision's origin, but then, at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, a post-credits scene revealed Aisha fuming in defeat and planning her next move to destroy the Guardians, including the creation of a new boyfriend.
I think I shall call him Adam.
So it looks like Adam Warlock is planned to join the MCU. Maybe he will have the Soul Stone with him like he does in the comics. Now, if that could be the case, I don't think we would see the Soul Stone right away in the first Infinity War movie, considering we haven't really met Adam Warlock yet and we know really nothing about his movie adaptation. Rather, I think it would be more likely that he would come into play in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3 whenever that comes out in Marvel Phase 4 or 8 or whatever. By the way, one of Sam's theories is that we won't even see the Soul Stone until the second Infinity War movie, and I think that's possible, along with the theory that Thanos might already have the Soul Stone. But Sam brought up another idea that brings us to our second theory. The Soul Stone is in Wakanda. Of course, now that we've seen Black Panther, that theory seems to be a bit debunked, which is surprising, considering a big part of Black Panther was communing with the deceased souls in the ancestral plane. A soul plane, if you will. Oh, wait, yeah, that's already a thing. A wonderful thing. However, the footage we've seen so far from Avengers Infinity War features a massive battle between Thanos' Outriders and the forces of Wakanda. So Thanos must want something from Wakanda, right? So I don't think we should rule this place out. Just because we didn't see the Soul Stone in Black Panther doesn't mean it wasn't there. Maybe it was just hiding in plain sight. For example, the big freaking chunk of vibranium that crashed into the place, enriching the soil and producing a heart-shaped herb that gives people soul powers. Yes, maybe at the heart of this mountain of vibranium mined by the Wakandans is a tiny, tiny orange little gem that could neatly fit on the thumb part of Thanos' gauntlet. I know what you're gonna say. The vibranium meteorite in those opening shots had a bluish, blackish color, and the heart-shaped herb is purple. And although Marvel seems to be swapping around the colors of the stones in the movies and the gems of the comics, the 6 stones as we saw them in the collector's explanation in Guardians of the Galaxy depicted the remaining Soul Stone as orange. But that doesn't mean that when, and yes, it's a when, not an if, because my imagination always assumes the worst, Thanos levels Mount Bashenga and shatters the vibranium mound, the little nugget at its core couldn't be orange. Or maybe we shouldn't worry so much about the colors and instead anticipate a 6 Soul Stone with a nice sleek black color. I'm told black is the new orange. However, if the Soul Stone does indeed end up being in Wakanda, I guess that would be a little convenient, right? Like in all the realms and all the galaxies, of the 6 building blocks making up the universe's source code, 3 of them would be on this one pale blue dot. Also, the stone ending up being in Wakanda would contradict what Black Panther director Ryan Coogler said recently in an interview, that vibranium itself is enough of a MacGuffin and it wouldn't feel right to complicate it with another layer of importance, saying Marvel wasn't interested in doing that either. Then again, merging MacGuffins is exactly what they did with the Eye of Agamotto and the Time Stone, so they might do it again. But if we're even willing to believe that the Soul Stone could be hiding in plain sight, it's worth revisiting another theory of its possible location, Heimdall from the Thor movies. Leading up to Thor Ragnarok, one super popular theory was that Heimdall, who can see all the souls in the universe wherever they are, possesses the Soul Stone. After all, his eyes are a similar orange color to what we expect the Soul Stone to be. Maybe the stone is just like bobbing around in his brain. Now, when the Soul Stone didn't show up in Ragnarok, many of us tossed out that theory. But who knows? Maybe like Ryan Coogler, Taika Waititi didn't want his movie to focus too much on setting up details for the future Infinity War event, leaving that for Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers to figure out later. That could be why Thor Ragnarok, which I thought was super fun, included this kinda unnecessary Heimdall subplot that kept cutting back to him on Asgard. Maybe it was just to remind him that he's still part of the cinematic universe and he might have some greater importance later. I'm just saying it's a possibility that Infinity War will open with, Professor Plum there cruelly popping off Idris Elba's head to scoop out the Soul Stone like the innards of a pumpkin. What's this movie gonna be rated again? Maybe not that graphic. But I'm seeing one other possible hiding place of the Soul Stone in the current MCU that could give some broader significance to part of the cinematic world that seems like it's pretty disconnected from the main narrative. Ant-Man. The Soul Stone is inside Thomas the Tank Engine. I mean, have you really looked? Actually, what is in there? Is it brains or like a weird slug thing? Now, of course, I'm referring to the quantum realm. Ant-Man's exponential shrinking down beyond the subatomic levels opened up the biggest mystery from the first movie. And honestly, what I'm most excited to see from the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp. What exactly is the quantum realm? What did Janet Van Dyne, being played here by Michelle Pfeiffer, experience in the time she spent there? Will it be anything like the microverse in the Marvel Comics, which is known to contain entire subatomic planets and societies of life forms? I think the quantum realm could be a really interesting source of the Soul Stone, and a way to make Ant-Man actually important to the war against Thanos, other than, shrinking down, crawling up his ass, and so if by chance the Soul Stone still doesn't show up in the first Infinity War movie this May, and Marvel ends up making it more important to the second part of the story, I'm just saying don't count out the quantum realm, guys. Big things can come in small, whatever, you get it. Where do you think the final Infinity Stone could be? Which of these 4 seem like the most likely to you, or am I overlooking someplace? Comment with your thoughts down below and tweet me directly at Erik Voss, or follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our videos. And of course, subscribe to New Rockstars for deep dives into everything Marvel, everything you missed from Black Panther, and other theories on the upcoming Avengers Infinity War. And if you really like us and want to help us grow, you can contribute to the channel on Patreon. A big thanks to all of our donors, especially Matthew Salvas. Thanks for watching. Bye.